border. Gujarat is a state where there are many religious sects, where there are many Babas. It's a society which has a deeply religious connect. It has a deep association with many of these groups, many of these sadhus, many of these mutts which have been created across
Pavagad
across
is the goddess. Pavagad is the goddess in terms of Mahakali, and even when you do Navratri and the Garba and the Durga and all of that, one of the key deities for the Gujaratis is Bhavani, Ma Bhavani or Mahakali. So it's a pilgrimage area, and it's got deep sense of belief amongst Gujaratis, and not just Gujaratis. It's also a pilgrimage for a lot of Hindus across the country who follow the faith and who worship the goddess, who make sure that they do make this trip. So Pavagad is, in terms of that sense, very, very important.
You know, Rashid, 35 minutes now. 35 minutes. We've now looked at the story of the Prime Minister going to cast his vote. It could have been a very simple affair. But, well, I mean, you know, there is a Prime Minister, half an hour, and I'm sure that there will be, we don't know what else is coming up. We don't know what will happen once he's once he comes out, once he's cast his vote. And then there is Amit Shah, since he happens to be the candidate. Is this what fundamentally distinguishes the Congress party from the BJP today? Rahul Gandhi is also supposed to be, you know, he's contesting from Wayanad. That seat goes to polls today. We've not seen anything like this so far from Wayanad. And it's not as if that Kerala citizens don't wake up early. It's not as if that Kerala citizens are not waking up to cast their votes.
Yes, I think Bhupen, it talks about, these pictures tell a lot about BJP's approach towards elections. They are very well organized in every sense of the word. I'm not sure how much of this kind of visuals will affect. I mean, there's been a government for 5 years. There is whole aspect of, Gujarati pride and the connect that Prime Minister has with the people of Gujarat. In spite of that, we saw in assembly elections, it was a very close call. So all these things, actually, end of the day, these are all very, minor, or I would say contributing factors. They don't really change voting behavior or voting pattern. Indian voter, including Gujarati voter, is very, very astute. They know, which side to vote for. All these things are there. There is entire ambit of politics. But Congress is always very weak in these aspects. That I would agree.
Oh, so that's that, and I think that is what fundamentally distinguishes the Congress from the BJP today. It's what you would typically describe as a last mile connectivity. That the desire of getting everything right down to the T, right down to the last move. The critics will say this is choreographed. Critics will say that this is meant to convey a political message. Well, why not? I mean, if you are talking about hard politics, if you are talking about an election where every vote and every seat counts, well, then all moves are welcome. Look at the Congress's moves. Look at the trajectory of the Congress in the last 24 hours, and look at the trajectory of the BJP in the last 24 hours. There was a Congress. Rahul Gandhi goes to the Supreme Court, expresses regret. There is no alliance between the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party. And look at the BJP today. BJP going all out to try, use emotion, use personal connect, basically ensure that you come out triumphant, you come out on top. A lot of people that I'm seeing in this frame around Amit Shah are all people who've been around Amit Shah for the better part of the last 2 decades. You know, that man in the t-shirt there, and even in that red t-shirt that you're seeing, and a short while back I was seeing another individual. The teams. Yeah. There is Narendra Modi's team, Rashid. There is Rahul Gandhi's team. Does that also not tell you a story that somewhere Narendra Modi and Amit Shah have got a very, very critical mass, a core team, which is there with them? Not so much with the Congress party today?
No, I think, Bhupen, if you look closely, there is a very core team around, Rahul Gandhi as well. If you go to Amethi, you will